Time to talk about the sport of basketball. Jules, it is clear the Heat are not just facing the best team in the Western Conference, they're facing two of the best players in the game, period. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, Jokic is the best player in the NBA. I think we can all confirm that. And Jamal Murray is probably underrated, maybe based on where the general perspective of him would have been entering this postseason. Kind of forgotten about because of the ACL injury that cost him so much time and maybe cost Denver a couple of cracks at winning the Western Conference. They were right there in the bubble against the Lakers with Murray and Jokic, and now with him finally back and healthy, here they are in the NBA Finals. So I think it took everything from those two stars to get a win in Miami, and Miami's role players having a poor game, and an unexpected big game from a role player like a Christian Brown for Denver to break away and get that game. So I think a lot of things broke Denver's way. And if Jokic and Murray come down just a little bit, if you don't get that from Christian Brown, if some combination of Strus and Duncan Robinson and Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin start making shots, I think we could see this turn a little bit. But in terms of game three, yes, absolute domination from Denver.
Whalen, third straight home loss for the Heat after winning their first 6 games of the playoffs. Where was their effort and urgency last night?
I thought it was there in the first half. And, you know, it was tough for Miami because I thought they played great in the first quarter. The crowd was into it. I thought they played a pretty good second quarter. And then you look up and they're down 5 at the half. You know, that's just the reality of playing Denver. It's like you feel like you're playing really well. Some things are going your way. Bam Adebayo's playing well again. And, you know, you kind of have the atmosphere of like, oh, we're up 10. We're doing well. We're rolling at home. But Denver just found an answer over and over and over. Jamal Murray was so much better last night than he was in game 2. A lot more aggressive. Felt like every jumper was going down for him. And I think what's especially devastating for Miami was, at least for me watching this game in the first half, I thought, man, Jokic has been kind of quiet. You know, he hasn't really been doing a whole lot. You look up and he's got 14 and 14. And then, of course, you know, by the end of the game, he's got 32, 21, and 10. Obviously, another 30-point triple-double for Jamal Murray. I mean, Denver started to feel a little bit inevitable. And you try not to swing too drastically in your opinion from game to game. But, man, I mean, they went 5 of 18. The Nuggets went 5 of 18 from 3 on the road and won this game pretty comfortably.
Okay, so Friar, we've been giving Spo tons of credit up to this point in the postseason, and rightfully so. But what about on the other side here? How much credit does Mike Malone deserve?
He deserves a ton of credit because when you look at what's happening with Denver's three-point game, it's been pretty much non-existent. Michael Porter Jr. has been a shell of himself. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was shooting the lights out in the Lakers series, and those two guys have done nothing here. You've seen Aaron Gordon become an important part of the offense throughout the course of the postseason, but he's been an X factor in this series. But it's the two-man game that has just been unstoppable, and the way they're leaning on Jokic, but also opening things up for Murray too. And now we're seeing him facilitate in a way that he really didn't throughout the regular season. So Malone's made some big adjustments, and obviously calling out his players in the way that he did. Clearly, he has the ear of that locker room in the way that a head coach should.